Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today I have another What's Sold on eBay video for you, and it's the final What's Sold on eBay video for 2020. Now, if you don't know what these videos are, basically what I'm doing is showing you a few items that have sold over on my eBay store in hopes that it helps you guys out in your own reselling business. Hopefully you learn a thing or two from these videos. They can be pretty informative. And real quick, before I hop into things, I just want to apologize real quick about my voice. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I caught COVID pretty much immediately after I posted that last video announcing that I'm going to be moving. So I apologize about my voice if I cough a little bit. My bad, but I am feeling a little bit better now, so I figured I'd try to rock out a video and get something posted. I also apologize if I don't go into as much detail as I normally would on these items. I still have a little bit of a sore throat going on and I don't want to exhaust my throat. I hope you guys understand. Now, with all that being said, let's hop into the first item. So over here we have a pretty cool item. I showcased it on the video when it sold. This is a brand new with tags vintage Looney Tunes backpack, and this thing was awesome. Just look at that awesome print all over the bag. I knew right when I saw it I was going to pick it up just from that print. It has that vintage look that everybody is looking for, and this stuff sells very, very well. And then to my pleasant surprise, the tag was still on the item, and as we can see, it was from 1993. Awesome year to find. Vintage stuff is hot. Vintage stuff sells, and there's a very good collector's market for Looney Tunes out there. So this is one of those items that's going to cross into multiple collector's markets, which is always something that you want to look for when you're looking at vintage stuff. I think I ended up buying this for between $5 and $10 at St. Vincent de Paul, and it sold for a best offer of $65. This next item here is a little interesting. This is from that POC deal that I got at the beginning of 2020. I picked up a bunch of snowboarding and bicycling helmets, and this is actually a chin guard for one of those helmets. It would just attach to the sides of the snowboarding helmet, come across your face, so if you fell, you didn't smash your face into stuff. But this was for the chin guard only. It was brand new in the packaging, and it sold for a best offer of $50. Like I said, this was at the beginning of 2020 when I bought this, so it's been sitting in my inventory for a while, but snowboarding season is here, so this kind of stuff's going to be selling. If you have anything that's related to snow gear, like the jackets, pants, snowboarding, and skiing equipment, get it listed, get it out there, because that stuff is flying off the shelves right now. Okay, I had to show you guys this one. This is a super cool piece. It's not the most high dollar piece, but this thing is awesome. Look at the style on this. It's a vintage Key Imperial Conductor's Railroad hat. This thing is just super cool. It has that style that people want to see. People use this stuff for like costumes or maybe just to put on a shelf if they have, an interest in railroading items. This thing was in really, really good condition, and I think I ended up paying like $2 or $3 for it at the World's Longest Yard Sale, and I sold it for a best offer of $30. Really good sale, really cool piece, and I'm glad it's going to a good home. This kind of stuff is the kind of stuff of clothing that I really enjoy finding. It's stuff that looks a little different. It's not like made like modern day stuff. It's not like mass produced looking. It just has a really cool aesthetic, and it's the kind of stuff that people love to buy. Here's that jacket I showed off in my last video. I was pulling it out of the closet and you couldn't really tell exactly what it was just because I didn't do a whole lot of footage of it, but I wanted to show it off here. This is a vintage starter Army football jacket. Now, these kind of old school puffer jackets from like the 90s have a very, very good collector's market. People love to buy them and wear them. They're really hot right now in the vintage scene, and people will pay up for them. This one, I couldn't find any exact sold comps on, so I figured it might have been a little rarer than some of the other ones that you might see go for like $50, $60. So I thought, hey, I'm going to shoot a little higher, listed at $80, and I ended up taking a best offer on it of, I believe, $70, which I was completely happy with. If I didn't sell it now, it would just be sitting in my inventory while I'm down in Charlotte, and like I said, this stuff is selling really hot right now, so I didn't want to sit on it for another year. Took the best offer of $10 off, couldn't be happier. Next up is a brand that I talk about quite a lot, and it's a brand that everybody loves to find, Patagonia. If you don't know this brand, it needs to be on your radar. It's one that every reseller that does clothing needs to know. Even if you don't do clothing, if you come across it sometime, make sure you're looking it up because this stuff flies off the shelves. This one right here is a woman's sleeveless hooded vest, and it had like the fleece on the outside. It was quilted on the inside. Really, really nice vest. It was reversible, so this thing had a lot going for it. I was able to pull the actual model number of this vest off and look it up on Patagonia's website. Found out it was actually called the Los Gatos reversible vest, and that's what I ended up putting in the title. Ended up sitting up there for, I want to say, like 2 months or so before it ended up selling, but eventually it did get sold, and I think I had like $7 into this, $7 to $10 into this. So great sale right there. If you don't know Patagonia, learn it, burn it into your memory, because you should find it pretty often if you're in states that, you know, have some good outdoor things to do around you. Here is that jacket, the one I showcased in the last video. I asked you guys what you guys would do when this offer came through. You can see here I had this Jeff Gordon all leather jacket, really nice embroidery, had it listed at $350. I found it at Goodwill for $20, and in the video when I found it, I said I thought I might be able to get $100 for it. Well, I looked it up and found some comps that were way higher than what I expected, so I was extremely happy with that. Thought, hey, mine's going to be the only one on eBay. I'll shoot for the high road. Threw it up at $350 and ended up getting a best offer of $250. And that's where I cut out last video. Asked you guys what you would do. A lot of people said counter. A lot of people said they'd take it. And a few people said, hey, I'd wait. So what I ended up doing was actually trying to counter at $300 and seeing if they would take it there. They messaged me back, said, hey, I'm in Great Britain. It's going to cost me a lot just to import it here. Do you mind just accepting my offer at $250? I said, yeah, sure. That's fine with me. It gets me out of my inventory. Like I said, I'm moving here soon anyway, so I don't want to just be sitting on it for 4 months not doing anything. Took the offer of $250 on this piece and couldn't be happier. Only paid $20, was only expecting $100 out of it, so I made a very good profit here. Thank you guys for all your input. It was a fun little experiment to see what you guys would do in this situation. Next, we have this full send trucker hat. I got this from that lot of stuff that my mom's coworker gave to me for free, and I ended up selling this for $69.69. I had no idea what this was originally. I was going to keep it for myself just because I liked the looks of it. I had no idea what Nelk was, so I ended up doing some research into it, looked it up, and well, this thing apparently had some good value behind it. I looked at the kind of stuff what Nelk did. They put out some content and stuff like that. They do a lot of like party stuff. So I figured, hey, I'm gonna price it according with the content. If I price it up there at like $69.69, that's kind of funny. It goes with their kind of like humor and stuff that goes on in their content. So that's what I put it up as. Ended up getting the full price for it, and it sold in about, I don't know, a month or so of being on my store, so great score right there. Our next item here is a keyboard. This is a Philco Ninja. This is a gaming keyboard. As you can see right here, this is what it looked like when it was in the box. Nothing too special about it. It didn't have like the numbers on the keys, which I thought was pretty cool. Anyways, keyboards sell extremely well if you know what you're looking for. I went into them to pretty good depth in my last What Sold video, so if you haven't checked out that one, I'll link it up top right now. There's a lot of information on the keyboards in there, so I don't want to double dip on that information. But just know, if you see keyboards, buy them, because some of them have some good value. I picked this one up at that like Amazon Overstock store for like $5, and it ended up selling for a best offer of $90. So really happy with that. Okay, these are pretty cool. A lot of you guys know that I used to skate and bike and stuff a lot, so anytime I can pick up stuff that throws back some nostalgia for me, I always love doing it. This was a pair of Race Face biking pedals, and these things just looked really cool. They were heavy duty, really good quality. I didn't know what they were worth when I found them at that Amazon Overstock store. I just knew they had value behind them, so I put them in my bag, got home, looked them up. They ended up having some decent value. Sold them for $45, and they sat on my store in about a month's time. There is some very good money to be made in sportswear, in particular in like action sports like skateboarding and biking and all that kind of stuff. If you know what you're looking for, there's some good money to be made, so don't overlook this stuff if you see it in the stores. And our final item of the video is another piece I got from that free lot from my mom's coworker. This is a Gavin Green Gore-Tex golf jacket. It was a short sleeve one. I wasn't familiar with this brand, so this is a brand new brand for me. Here's what the tag looks like for some of you guys out there who want to see it. Great brands from everything that I've looked at. Comps are really solid all across the brand, so if you guys see this out there, make sure to pick it up if it's cheap. Like I said, got this for free, took a best offer of $85 on it. This is definitely a bolo and something I'm going to have my eyes out for when I'm out thrifting, because this sold extremely fast. And that's going to wrap things up for this video. I hope that you guys all enjoyed. For this video, in the comments, I want you guys to leave me whatever your best sale of the year was. Let me know right now down in the comments of this video. Otherwise, as always, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more. Hope you guys all had happy holidays. Wishing you guys all the best moving into 2021. As always, keep on treasure hunting. I'll see you in the new year. Peace.